Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. My name's Nichols, and welcome to the show. We have become, I think, acclimatized to consuming enormous amounts of passive information, and I think this is part of the information revolution. The same way there was the industrial revolution, the green revolution, we just have this information revolution of just enormous quantities of information instead of the past where information was fairly scarce. And really, this is the age of the information economy, or perhaps it's more correct to say the attention economy. And as Tristan Harris has pointed out, every time you click on a link, there is, and go to some social media webpage, there's 1,000 engineers on the other side of that page, like right now, of this page, right here, to make sure you click on that next thing. So the moment you finish this video, there's 1,000 engineers whose job it is to make sure that you watch the next one. Not necessarily mine, but some other related video. That's the nature of the beast. Now, I would argue that the most important thing that consuming information in this sort of digital world is one, it can boost your mood. So good music, some people you listen to, comedy, etc., can make you feel happier and make you move in the world. And that's really the key. Good information consumption allows you to be happy and positive and moving around and gives you energy to do stuff. Bad information consumption really can be quite demoralizing. And news basically, as a single collective noun or verb, it's news, noun, is basically all of that. It's demoralizing, it reduces your ability to function, and it's quite low quality information. It doesn't give you depth of understanding. Now, I'd argue that what you should do is always seek to minimize the consumption of passive information, because the truth is that the information or attention economy is always pushing you to consume more. So you've got to push against that and go, okay, let's develop habits that minimize the amount of information I passively consume and maximize the quality of information I consume. And almost all passive information consumption should be done while doing an activity, whether it's walking, whether it's preparing dinner, whether it's doing your housework. Most things can be done by listening. And of course, in some situations, obviously there's some visuals as well. But I would argue that basically at all times you should be doing something. Even if you're watching a video while stretching, that's fine. But you have to be moving while you're consuming passive information. Otherwise, you really just are trapped. You're trapped in this potentially cycle of consumption of low quality information, and that will not get you to where you want to be. It won't make you your best self. It won't push you down the path that you need to go. It simply won't. So what we should be doing is always actively engaging in the information we consume, such as if we're gaming in a gaming world that represents something you're interested in. Virtual reality is incredibly important for this, so you can actively engage in material that teaches you about the world in the virtual world, but also you can move around and do stuff in that world. Incredibly important emerging technology. And when you engage in passive information, if you then synthesize it and make something out of it, whether it's writing a book or making YouTube videos, for instance, you're then engaging in that in an active way, understanding it better and contributing to the discussion. You're leaving your mark on the world. So I think it's really important to do that as well, obviously. All right, well, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.